welcome to the 7th episode of the Leanne and Chris Wrestling Podcast. I'm Leanne, and this is...
I'm her dad, Chris.
And this week, we are going to be talking about Chamber and Monday Night Raw and SmackDown after the Chamber.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it, guys. We're back again. The dog's here with us. We have Logan Paul taking a high-risk maneuver off the Money in the Bank briefcase. Took out Roman Reigns. It's going to be a great show.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun and crazy show. So let's first talk about the Chamber, of course. So we have 4 matches on the Chamber card. We had the Women's Chamber. We had Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the IC title. We had CM Punk versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. And then we had the main event, which was the Men's Chamber. That one's going to be a fun one to talk about.
Absolutely.
Folks.
Great card, stacked card. Only 4 matches, but all 4 of them delivered. We're excited to talk to you about it.
First off, let's start off with the Women's Chamber, which was run by Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, Leanne, I'm going to tell you, it was a great match. We were talking about who we thought might win the match. Obviously, when I'm thinking about who's going to main event WrestleMania, who's going to sell the most tickets and bring the most eyeballs, I thought Rhea Ripley all the way. I think there were a couple options they could have went with, but ultimately, Rhea versus Jade, 2 big, powerful women in the match, and the match at the same time going for the title belt. I'm really looking forward to this match.
Yep, that's going to be a fun one. Then should we talk about how AJ Lee has pinned Becky Lynch to become IC champion, folks?
Yeah, so obviously AJ Lee coming back after a long absence is able to finally build the storyline, get into a match, and win the women's IC title. So very cool, very great match. They've had a good storyline, lots of good promos the whole time. Becky Lynch, excellent heel work. AJ doing a great job of winning, going over, recapturing a belt, and taking that into WrestleMania season.
Yep. Then we had CM Punk retaining his World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt that CM Punk needed to be champion going into WrestleMania. They were able to kind of fast forward this Finn Balor storyline that's really picked up heat in the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
So very cool, great work by Finn Balor, and great work by Finn Balor as well, which is eventually going to lead to that face turn. There's a doggy tail, and another great match on the card, Leanne. Looking forward to CM Punk main eventing WrestleMania.
Yep, but before we talk about Men's Chamber, we should mention we are recording this like 3 weeks after Chamber.
It's been a while, so we're going to do our best to do recall on all these matches and get you caught up on everything as we are looking at, about 5 or 6 weeks maybe to WrestleMania, 7 weeks?
5 weeks.
5 weeks, okay. So a lot happened since Chamber and a lot going to happen moving forward in the next weeks.
Yep, after that, then Men's Chamber, which was won by Randy Orton. But we do have to mention 2 big things happening in the Chamber. Number 1, Seth Rollins is back, baby! Let's go!
Yeah, so good to have Seth back. It's going to be interesting to see how he fits into the puzzle going into WrestleMania season. I'm sure, obviously, there's going to be a big match somewhere along the line. Not exactly sure what that's going to look like. But looking forward to Monday Night Raw this week to maybe get some clarity on that. Also, a lot of the masked men in the ring and doing that kind of thing. So protecting Seth from the Vision. It's been pretty cool. But also, as you mentioned, Randy Orton with what a finish to the match, right? So, Cody taking the RKO right at the end with kind of that hot finish. Super cool way to end the match. Randy goes over. I think a lot of shocked people that it wasn't Cody that won the Chamber match, right?
But remember, I did call Seth Rollins being revealed as the masked man. If you look back at our last podcast.
That's right. You were correct. Seth was the masked man, and there's a lot of masked men running around.
Yep,
so
but there's
interested to see
one more thing we got to mention. Danhausen was in the box.
Listen, I'm going to tell you what. Danhausen Well, first of all,
He
the
was
Night
booed.
of Chamber.
He was booed.
It took a lot of heat. And I think that the local crowd,
wanted Jericho.
yeah, they paid ticket. They wanted a huge reveal. And their expectation was something different. But I know that the Danhausen was one of the people that we mentioned may have come out of the box. And Leanne did a great job of the Day of Chamber. She went on the AEW official roster and saw that Danhausen was removed. So that was kind of our cue the morning of Elimination Chamber that, hey, it's probably going to be Danhausen. But, since then, Danhausen been very entertaining, very good skits. I'm looking forward to talking more about it. We've been talking a lot about it in our house. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Okay, that's it for Chamber. And now let's head over to Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. Let's just talk about one of the best segments of Monday Night Raw, which was basically Seth Rollins stopping the ever-loving mind out of Paul Heyman.
Yeah, hey, listen, Paul Heyman, not a lot of physicality in his character, but when he does get his comeuppance, it's always a big payoff. So, very cool to see Seth get back, take his revenge on the Vision. Paul Heyman by himself in the ring. We had one masked man take Logan Paul away and another masked man take until it's just Paul left in the ring, right? And then
Seth Rollins sneaks up behind. He's like, bam, bam, bam. Paul Heyman slowly turns around.
Yep.
Seth takes off the mask. He basically...
Paul knew he was in trouble at that point.
He was like, oh no.
Yeah, takes the big stomp. Great job by Paul of taking that and selling that move. And Seth obviously going over in a big way with a face turn. Going to be interesting to see where this goes moving forward. Again, the Vision versus Seth Rollins. It's pretty cool dynamic. I'm excited to see, especially, the Vision, a lot of young guys that are doing really great work. I would hope that some of them could stay healthy, but I'll be interested to see if Seth kind of puts over the young guys, or if he continues, if his character continues to get propelled upward.
I wonder if the injury curse will be still on the Vision, because they go by order of how they entered. And if it's true, the next person who could get injured in like 2 to 3 weeks could be Logan Paul.
I don't see it happening, but we'll see.
We'll see. The injury curse on the Vision could happen.
Cursed.
Speaking of Danhausen, he was on Monday Night Raw. He had a list of demands, and Adam Pearce was with him. And Adam Pearce looked at the list, and he's like, why is this list wet? Yeah. And then Danhausen said, I dropped it in the toilet.
Yeah, in the toilet. And listen, I don't think any of Danhausen's requests are unreasonable. They should put him on the truck. They should get him a Triple H photo. They should sell his merchandise. And most importantly, let's put him in the Hall of Fame.
They did have the photo already taken with Triple H.
I saw that. I did see that. So Danhausen, cross that one off. But also, we got a lot of things left to do on that list.
Yeah, but there was also a thing that he did. He cursed dirty Dominic Mysterio.
He did, and if there's one thing we know about Danhausen's curses, they work every time. You do not want to be in a bad spot with Danhausen because he cursed Dominic, problem. He cursed The Miz, problem.
We'll get to The Miz
We'll
later.
get there. But what I'm going to say is, be careful when you get cursed by Danhausen.
Yep. Should we talk about this? Should we talk about how basically Finn cost Dom the IC title, which made Penta the new IC champion?
That's right. So Dom called for the hammer, right? The bell hammer.
JD was going over to grab it. Finn stopped him and he's like, not allowed to do this by himself.
That's right. So Finn, in a very babyface type of move, said, nope, you got to do it on your own. And he said, that's what Dom said. He wanted it on its own. So Dom not able to cheat, loses the title to Penta, who we've been waiting. Hey, Penta doing great. Love everything about it. I will say this, though. Him and Ray Phoenix in AEW were unbelievable.
They did reunite last night on AAA.
Oh, they did on AAA?
Yeah, they did last night.
I had not seen that yet. Those two together are fire, WWE. I know Penta's been good, but
they would be good in like the SmackDown Tag Division.
Lucha, oh God, yes, please. Anything besides the Motor City guys and the Axioms and those goofballs. So, did I say that? Okay. All right, what's next, Leanne?
Okay, so should we also talk about how Ellen was driving Paul Heyman's ambulance?
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Did we even hear anything after that, or did he just drive away and that was the end, kind of a comedic finish? I think that was kind of it, right?
Yeah.
But still very funny.
But that ended up into a Jimmy versus Austin Theory.
Yeah.
But that was so funny about how he's like, I can handle him, sir. And he basically started driving. He's like, do, 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 do.
That's right. Very good. Loved it. Good. Very, very good storytelling. Wrap it up. Put a bow on top. Good stuff.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Okay. And also in the Jimmy Uso versus Austin Theory match, I think Jimmy won. Logan and Austin were doing a beatdown after. And then Jey Uso came back.
It's time for Jimmy to get a little bit of a push.
Yeah, kind
of. For Jimmy to get some love, I think. He's been second fiddle with Jey and third fiddle with Roman too. So let's have a little Jim love, little big Jim love out there.
Maybe I could see him winning. Hold on, he's never won a singles title. He's the only guy even Solo got a singles title before him.
Well, what's next?
Okay, so then let's talk about them. Oh no, we should talk about the Rusev and Oba. Rusev calls out Oba Femi.
Yeah.
Which leads into next week's meet-off.
I'm telling you, MEAT. Those are big, meaty guys. So we're looking forward to that one. Oba, again, going up against bigger, meaner, nastier guys.
Which also happened this past week, so we'll talk about that in the next episode.
Oba continuing to go against big, nasty guys, and going to be exciting.
We'll talk about Oba on SmackDown.
Okay.
Okay, and then in the main event, Roman and CM Punk had a heated promo, if I should say so myself.
Wow, fantastic promo work by both guys, but I'm not really sure. Boy, when I heard that closer by CM Punk, bury him next to his dad.
He had to get approval for that. There was no way.
I don't know. Sometimes those old school guys like CM Punk, they say, well, we're on live TV. What are they going to do? They can't stop me. But
he definitely had to get approval.
That was pretty. That was a pretty raw.
That was a low blow.
So, Roman might be laying a couple in when he's got him in the ring at WrestleMania.
I have a feeling.
This is what they want. This is the build, right? This is the build. They want some chatter and some talk about it.
Roman is supposed to be on Raw tomorrow night. I have a very, very bad feeling Larry's going to get mentioned tomorrow. I have a very bad feeling Larry's going to get mentioned.
You think he's going to bring up the pig?
No, the dog.
Oh, the dog. Larry's. Who's got it? Oh, Alexa Bliss has a pig. CM Punk has a dog. Well, I think I think Bliss's pig passed away. And I think...
I'm not Alexa Bliss.
I don't know. You said pig, and I thought... Or you said Larry. Isn't Larry a pig's name, guys, or is it a dog's? Larry should be a pig. I don't know. Punk, it's okay. We're good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have a very bad feeling Roman's going to mention Larry.
Good.
Yep. Okay, that is it for Monday Night Raw, folks. Friday Night SmackDown. Here's what we got from that. Randy comes out, and he talks about how he won Chamber, and now he's going to face whoever wins against Cody or Drew on that night. Because remember...
Drew was a naughty boy in the Chamber, right? He interfered in the match.
Yeah.
Couldn't help himself. All that hate for Cody Rhodes, and it's going to cost him.
Yep, and Nick Aldis made an announcement on the post-show saying that Drew has to defend his title against Cody on SmackDown.
That's right. So... Of course, it's going to set up to where, obviously, spoiler alert.
Hey, we rated that into the main event.
Oh my God. Okay, whatever. All right, let's talk about the undercard, Leanne.
Okay, undercard. First off, Mello had an open challenge, and it was a AAA star. It was Dr. something Jr. I forgot the name. But it was actually a decent match.
I'm guessing Mello won?
Yeah, Mello won.
Yeah, he should be any people from the outside. Okay, next match.
Yep. Okay, next is the Tag Team Gauntlet. I have 5 matches. First people who are kicking it off, Motor City versus Fraxium.
Oh, God.
I know you don't like
okay,
him.
keep going. Who won that?
I gotta go
Who
for
got
the match.
eliminated?
Okay, so first round, it looked like that Shelly put Saban's feet on the rope, but ref didn't see it. Motor City gets eliminated first. Then you have Fraxium versus Los Gazas. Los Gazas defeated Fraxium. Then the Wyatt 6 came out at number 3. What happened is that MFTs get involved, and Los Gazas pinned, I think, Joe Gacy to get the Wyatts eliminated. Final, which causes a Wyatt 6 and MFTs brawl, while R-Truth and Damian Priest make their way down. At the match, Damian Priest, R-Truth win the match, which is a little bit of a shocker.
Oh, no, I think it was great, Leanne. I think we had 2 real wrestlers beat a bunch of bozos. So I'm not surprised
They're
at all.
not bozos.
Yeah, how many belts do Los Garzas have?
They had a match.
How many belts do they have?
They won AAA Tag Championships.
That doesn't count. How many WWE belts they have?
None.
What about Fraxium? How many they got?
NXT Tag Titles.
That doesn't count. What about Fraxium? How many belts they got
That's
on the main roster?
None.
None. What about and then the Wyatts won the tag belts once, I think, right?
Yep.
So they're kind of not bozos, but them 2 guys really aren't. They're not like Rowan and Harper were but regardless. So we have Drew and Truth, the guys that should have won.
Truth.
What's the guy's name? Damian Priest.
Damian.
Damian and Truth win. What's up? What's up? So, anyways, they win, and
they're number 1 contenders.
Number 1 contenders. It gets Damian Priest in a decent storyline heading into WrestleMania with Truth as a guy who deserves a shot.
Yep. And then we have a kind of a squash match.
Yeah.
Uma Febby kind of squashes Johnny Gargano.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Another real wrestler beats another bozo. I like it.
You can't just call anyone I don't care about bozos.
Oh.
Hey, Cody Rhodes is a Drew McIntyre in a 22-minute match.
Wow, you got the time on that?
They posted on YouTube, okay?
Jeez Louise.
They posted it on YouTube. I kind of look for WWE social.
What's not a shocker is
Cody Rhodes defeated Drew McIntyre. I kind of did not like this decision.
Why not?
Because I kind of didn't want to see Drew carry.
You want to see Drew?
I wanted to see.
Mania?
I kind of didn't want to see Drew versus Randy at Mania.
You know, Drew has been really, really good.
He's been on fire.
His heel work has been very, very, very good. So, I mean, if you talk about heels in WWE, he's one of the better ones. He does a nice job in promos. He's whiny, he's angry, but he's also big and nasty. And I admire the work that he's done, especially since like the 3MB days.
Oh yeah, the jobber faction.
He's gone and gotten big and strong and intimidating.
He left WWE. He came back into NXT, won like the NXT title for a little while. Then he got partnered up with Ziggler, and then after he left Ziggler, basically his career skyrocketed.
So do you think? So are you saying then that Drew is right that Nick Aldis just wanted the corporate champ, the baby, to get back in there for WrestleMania?
I kind of did believe
there
that.
might be a little bit of truth to that.
There is some bias in that.
Yeah. So
there is kind of.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for today's podcast. Stay tuned because our next video should be coming up in like the next week or in a day or like in a couple days. Should be out by next week or so. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.
And if you don't like and subscribe, you are cursed.